Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following NFL matches that is happening on Thursday, November 16th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comments section below. In the upcoming game between Cincinnati Bengals versus Baltimore Ravens. The Bengals, initially dismissed after a challenging 1-3 start, made a resurgence with 4 consecutive victories, thrusting them back into the conversation before stumbling in their recent game. Facing Houston, Cincinnati's defense struggled, conceding a whopping 544 total yards and allowing 28 first downs. Throughout the season, they've given up the third highest yardage in the league, averaging 384 total yards per game against them. While their defense has yielded an average of 21.3 points per game, it's also demonstrated strength in interceptions, sharing the second spot with 12 interceptions. Notably, Kim Taylor-Britt stands tied for third in the league with 4 interceptions, and Logan Wilson, tallying 70 tackles, is tied for 6th with 3 picks. Despite Taylor-Britt's recent finger injury, he's anticipated to play in the upcoming Thursday game. On the offensive front, Cincinnati has shown a notable improvement, averaging 26.6 points per game in their last 5 matchups, slightly better than their season average of 20.2 points. Despite their loss to Houston, they managed to accumulate 380 total yards, maintaining an average of 301.7 yards per game this season, ranking 22nd in the NFL. Quarterback Joe Burrow continues to shine, achieving his second consecutive 300-plus yard passing game, throwing for 347 yards on 27-40 passing. However, in the same game, he faced increased pressure, enduring a season high of 4 sacks and throwing 2 interceptions. Despite these challenges, the Bengals boast the best turnover differential in the league, tied with the Steelers at +10. In contrast, the Ravens currently lead the highly contested AFC North, with 2 teams trailing closely at 7-3, while the Bengals are catching up at 5-4. The Ravens faced a late collapse against the Browns, surrendering 16 fourth-quarter points and succumbing to a last-second game-winning field goal. Despite this setback, their offense managed 306 yards, maintaining a season average of 362.7 yards per game, ranking 9th in the NFL. Baltimore's offense also ranks 5th in the league, averaging 27 points per game. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens quarterback, contributed 223 passing yards and 41 rushing yards in the last game, albeit throwing a season high of 2 interceptions. Jackson ranks 2nd on the team with 481 rushing yards and 14th in the NFL with 2,177 passing yards. On the defensive front, Baltimore has showcased formidable prowess, allowing only 273.6 yards per game, the second lowest in the league, and conceding a mere 15.7 points per game, the best overall. Their pass defense ranks 4th, permitting an average of 173.1 yards per game. Notably, they've only conceded 7 passing touchdowns while securing 10 interceptions, placing them tied for 4th in the NFL. Geno Stone leads the league with 6 interceptions and has demonstrated consistent performance with 39 tackles and 8 pass deflections this season. In their previous encounter this season, the Ravens claimed a 27-24 victory over the Bengals in Cincinnati as +3 underdogs. Historically, the Ravens hold a 6-4 straight-up record in their last 10 meetings, while the Bengals own a 4-5-1 against the spread record in that duration. Cincinnati holds a 4-4-1 against the spread record this year, notably performing well with a 4-1 record in their last 5 games. Despite Burrow's 2 interceptions, his recent performances have been impressive, averaging 296 passing yards and delivering 12 combined touchdowns over the last 5 games. Comparatively, Jackson hasn't been as efficient for the Ravens, although their overall performance has compensated for any shortcomings. The upcoming game could swing in either team's favor, but Cincinnati might have the edge if they can secure the turnover battle, especially considering their dire need for a win. Furthermore, Cincinnati has performed well in their recent road games, boasting a 2-0 against the spread record. Regarding the game's total points, the current line sits just half a point higher than their previous encounter in September when they combined for 51 points. Historically, in recent meetings between these division rivals, 3 of the last 3 Bengals games and 3 of the last 4 Ravens games have resulted in higher scoring affairs. Despite their recent losses, both teams have demonstrated offensive prowess, with Cincinnati scoring at least 24 points in their last 3 games and Baltimore putting up a minimum of 31 points in each of their last 4 games. This trend indicates an inclination towards high-scoring games when these teams meet. In conclusion, considering the trends in recent performances, betting on the Bengals with the points and taking the over on the total points could be favorable options for the upcoming game.